on, guys? Jay the Gunpla Maniac here to bring you another Gunpla breakdown. This time featuring the real great Tallgeese Endless Waltz. This is the newest kit in the real grade series, being the 28th in the regular release lineup. Alright, so Bondi did something different with this kit, and it hasn't really done it with a lot of the other real grade kits. It's done it with a few, but this one it's done it completely with it. And that is, a lot of the inner frame you have to build yourself. They do have a B runner that has parts of an inner frame in it, but it's not a complete inner frame. So because of that, it makes it feel like a small master grade, honestly. For those who like the pre-built inner frame, you might feel like you're missing out, but I do suggest giving this kit a try. For the kit difficulty, I think I'm gonna rate it a 3 for intermediate. The kit feels like a master grade, high grade hybrid. There aren't a lot of small parts to have to assemble, but it's still a ton more work than having a high grade. Also, I feel like the max you should pay for this kit is $27 USD, but do keep an eye out for high shipping prices if purchasing online. The lower you can get for this kit, the better. So browse around before making a purchase. Now time to review the kit. Alright, first up on the review is going to be the appearance, which is going to include the design and the colors of the kit. Let you guys get a look at this right quick. And the accessories. Get the shield and the Dober gun. So as you can tell, it does live up to the real grade standard. It's pretty similar to the master grade in the looks department. As you can tell, most of the kit is in gloss injected. It's really shiny. There's a lot of undergating, which means there's going to be some nub marks that are going to be hidden. There are a few places where the gates could have been better, like on the Mohawk and some parts on the weapons, but overall it looks good. Color separation is good. You have a lot of color. You got color separation on the waist and the cockpit. It's different than the rest of the white, and a lot of yellow on the limbs are different than the rest of the kit. Just think of, when you're building this kit, just think of the A runner as the color separation runner. So overall, in the appearance department, I'm going to give this kit a 5. Alright, now on to articulation. I'm going to be starting from the feet and going straight up to the head. Alright, so first, your feet movement goes down. You have some toe movement. That goes up, and this goes up too. Your foot swivels like this, reminiscent to a iron-blooded orphan frame. So how far the legs go? The legs go up pretty far. And there's your bend for the legs, or for the knee. Pretty good bend. Of course, the armor splits, and you can see within, which is cool as always. You lift this piece up on the front skirt and it pushes the thruster down. The sideways skirt armor, it moves right here. It opens up. It's on 2 ball joints, so it can move. It has a lot of mobility. You can do a lot of posing with it. Now what you want to do when posing this kit, there's these little rods that come into play. After you, let's say you want to pose your leg like that, you're going to bring the little rod out afterwards. If I can get it out. There it is. And then attach it to the kit. Because if you try to pose while it's in there, it's going to give you a lot of problems. The back skirt moves like that. And then these also open up. They're also on a ball joint, so they're going to go wherever you want. There's a little lock mechanism right there to keep them straight. But if you want to get some ab crunch going, just move it out. Then you can see he has a pretty good ab crunch. It goes all the way back. So you can get a lot of posing done with them. Does semi-decent with his waist twisting, but like I said, you can get some poses out of him. His shoulder armor moves, but you can pull the shoulder out to give more mobility to that. That way, you can lift the arm up more. So it just gives you more options. Also, you can bring it in front of them. It helps with that. Your bend on the arm, get it about right there. The arm doesn't go completely straight. It stops probably about right there. So don't try to straighten it or you might end up breaking it. Heads up, just letting you know. And push this back in. The hands are on a ball joint, and they can move pretty well as well. Get a lot of positions out of those. The head, it doesn't move a lot. When it lifts up, when you look up, this piece raises up, which I think is a pretty cool gimmick. But the head itself doesn't move a lot. Also, the neck joint is part of the inner frame of the torso, so don't expect a lot of head movement, which kind of blows. But I mean, why have this piece if it's not going to move a lot? I feel like you have more neck movement, you'd be able to do a lot more with the head. I mean, you can still move it, but you have to be really careful with it. It's got a little bit of up and down action. We'll get more to the head later. The thrusters on the back can move up and down. And pull them out a little bit. The cool thing about this kit is that these transform. These open up right here. Unlike the master grade. I'll show you how to do that right quick. Pull this piece down. Open that up. Now what they say you're supposed to do is, there's these tabs right here. You're supposed to pull on those, but I'd never had much success with it. So what I've usually done was, I'll grip out right here. And, come on. There we go. And pull. Bam. And it pops out. And you have an open thruster, which is a really cool gimmick of this kit. So, that's it for the mobile suit. Now on to the articulation of the weapons. Alright, the shield and the gun are off their mounts. So I'll show you a little bit of articulation that they have. You can move these like so. I've got to fix my beam saber hilt because I kind of snapped it when I was building it. It was my fault. I did something stupid. I put on a gator clip, so my fault. This moves like so you can hold it. And this gives you an arm where you can pretty much give it a lot of positions on where you want to move the shield. Just be careful on how each piece moves so you don't end up breaking it. And the gun, the handle part, the main handle swivels in and out like so. And it's also on a ball joint, which is pretty cool. Then you have the secondary handle, moves in like so. You can slide the barrel out, and you can slide it back. And the gun has sort of a similar arm as the shield, where you can move it around and pose it. And what you do is when you want to attach these, you just open up the little panels on the shoulders as so, and then you just attach it. It goes in a little hole. It's not that hard to put in. You just gotta know the angle at what you're putting it in, and it's in. So, come on, I know you can. There we go. So for the articulation of this kit, I give it a 4.5. Next up is the accessories. First, we want to start off with the two arms I was telling you about that we've already reviewed during the articulation stage. You get those. You get 2 pink beam sabers. You get, and this was crazy, 2 clear ones. What? That was the biggest surprise in this kit, was these 2 clear beam sabers. You get 3 sets of hands. You get 2 fists, 2 open hands, 2 holding hands. You also get a angled holding hand for the right hand, but you don't get real great hands this time. I don't know if they're doing away with them, but you don't get them this time. You get your shield, and you didn't want to let go. You get your doper gun. You know, for it to be the Endless Waltz Tallgeese, they don't give you any options for the lance or the halberd. But I mean, I guess they might be doing a P Bondi kit or option set like they did for Sinanju. Who knows? But for the accessories, I'm going to give it a 4.5. Last up is the stability of the kit. And as you can see, Tallgeese here has his entire load out on him right now, with no drooping and no problems with joints. So he can hold poses pretty well. His joints are pretty strong. Despite how heavy he looks, he's nowhere near as heavy. He's pretty light. He's a pretty light real grade. From comparing to other real grades, he's pretty light compared to all the things that he has on him. Despite all that, he's a pretty light kit. Sometimes when I do try to take the hands off or put them on, the elbow guards will come off, but that's the only time that I've experienced that. Just because of the grip area you need to push the hands in and pull the hands out. But that's the only thing that's really fallen off. Despite, this is my main gripe about this kit, honestly, is first I'm going to give you the shake test so you can see how stable he is. Nothing's coming off. Nothing's coming off. He's good. So, only thing that I don't like about this kit is this part of the head. When you're posing, it comes off rather easily, and it gives you the mono eye in there, which, I mean, I guess they wanted to come off easily so you can see that. So you guys can see. But I don't like that when you're posing the head, it comes off a lot. So that's one of my biggest gripes about this kit. But besides that, But stability of this kit is great. If the head portion was good and the elbow guards didn't come off, then stability would have definitely gotten a 5. But we're going to give it a 4.5, which isn't bad. It's not bad. Now on to the final grade. With an appearance of a 5, articulation of 4.5, accessories of 4.5, and stability of 4.5, we get a total of a 92.5, which equals an A-. I'm happy with the kit. I really wish the neck wasn't attached the way it was, how it's attached to the torso frame. My biggest gripe is how the head comes off, like I showed you earlier. I would have definitely rated it higher if it didn't have those problems, for sure. It probably would have gotten a 95, honestly. It's a good kit. Got a few minor gripes, but it's a good kit. At times, it doesn't feel like a real grade because it's a real simple kit, but it's a great addition to the lineup. And those thrusters look really good. That's the redesign is awesome on that. So I do suggest you check this kit out. I do recommend it. It's a fun build. It's not difficult at all, and I think you'll enjoy it. With that being said, we're done with another Gunpla breakdown. This is Jay the Gunpla Maniac. Thank you for joining me, and stay tuned for more content.